This is not an empowerment video. It's a reflection of growing up, eyeballs glued to the TV. A young mind molded to become the well-mannered Adonis before you. If you're under 30, go read a book. For the rest of us, let's get busy. Women, where to begin? They're your teachers, doctors, professors, guidance counselors. Sometimes they're all of these. And after your mother, the first authority that stood between you and the mayhem you'd like to unleash was likely a woman. This is how women deal with naughty kids. Us men, we have a different approach.
Like, I'm old-fashioned, Tom.
Yeah.
It's a great plan, but when I was a kid, we had different type of daycares like this. Hey, kid, come here. Look, here's $15. Go outside, get yourself some candy, okay? Go.
A woman has a lot on her plate. I don't profess to know what, but I know it's there. You need to understand that a woman has to work, have her own money, raise her lovely kids, and sometimes needs to relieve some stress.
So, Bill, I've invited a couple of big hockey players over here, and Kate and I would like to be alone with them for a minute. You know what I mean? So if you and Elaine...
Jane Curtin, the first woman I ever fell head over heels for. Jane Curtin. 70s babe, 80s babe, 90s babe, and she's still working in whatever year this is. I thought Miss Curtin was the greatest woman in the world. Then I laid eyes on this bombshell. You say no to that face. I see Ms. Hatcher and I just feel energized.
Well, I'm sure you've said that to many ladies before, and it was no more true then than it is now.
Oh, Terry, get out of my head. Between working, eating, and making me walk into walls, Ms. Hatcher is all I wanted. Smart, talented, employed, brunette. Oh my.
Stand by to be stunned.
It's why those of you under 30 can't comprehend that this is the hottest photo ever taken. You see, the internet doesn't understand allure. Ms. Hatcher could be wearing a three-piece suit and a cummerbund under there. We just don't know. It's the suggestion that's attractive. And a brunette, let's not kid ourselves. Even when you know you're right, sometimes it's best to give in.
Any type of wine is good with any type of picnic.
I like beer.
You like beer? Where is my white wine then?
Well, you're gonna have to drink beer.
Okay.
And when they mess up, get one of their friends to tell them.
I'm a good person.
Yeah, I am so happy you think that.
Wait, we should really have a woman weigh in here. Let me call my friend Sid.
Hello?
Hi, Sydney. Remember me? You there? Hello?
What do you want?
Oh, stop it. Come on. Yeah, sure. That's cool, baby.
Danny?
What? Who said that? Women are born problem solvers.
Clean up on aisle 1!
Just don't get in the way when they're arguing.
Took a hell of a lot of work just to get to
please,
this
Dean,
point.
come on.
I have so many people just on my back.
Sorry.
And don't apologize.
Thanks be to God, his wiener didn't catch on fire.
Remember, this is how they see men.
Here we go. These are the rules. If you don't like them, blow me.
Oh, dream on, little broomstick cowboy.
It's how they show affection.
You're a stubborn little
And we wouldn't have them any other way. So why talk about this? Well, the truth is your formative years are a time of learning, of growth. You're a sponge, and you're adopting several traits from the people around you, weighed against your current values to become your future self. It's the nature and nurture approach. For me, growing up from the mid-'80s through the 90s, the TV shaped a lot of who I would become. Some adults might say, stop, that's too much TV. Others are more apathetic.
Stop, don't come back.
But outside of my day-to-day, the TV was the only other source of contact with other adults. Then this happened.
They're sharing scientific data, arguing philosophy, or passing on cooking tips and gossip, night and day through a computer network called Internet.
And in less than a decade, the internet changed communication. It gave publishing access to everyone, unfiltered access to the masses. I leaned on this fellow for some guidance, but even Dotto couldn't foresee what was going to happen. Then when I was doing my undergrad, this new thing launched called YouTube. It was a cleaner interface than WIMP or E-bombs and gave access to free video hosting. It was fun for about a decade. Then around 2015, I started noticing the nonsense. I won't show any of the clips I found, but suffice to say that virality could be achieved by dumping on several groups, including women. But I think the following will help to explain how silly it all was.
These are the nads of truth. While your brother is holding these balls, the rest of us will listen to what he has to say and support him. Feel free to share any and all obstacles that you feel are holding you back as a man.
Get comfortable.
I don't make enough money.
And who says you don't make enough money?
My ex-wife.
Another female.
Nobody gets my jokes.
And who doesn't get your jokes?
Everyone?
And who is slightly more than half of everyone?
Females!
Sometimes I feel like this is an artificially created controversy designed to sell, webinars. Other times I think it's a reflection of jobs being shipped overseas and scapegoats being created. But perhaps we all just need a little more Hank in our lives.
Now, GH, I tell you what.
Nads!
Just because a girl wants to be your friend doesn't mean she's a bad person.
So whereas my upbringing was full of images of employed women being terrific,
Could you get security up here? Captain Kirk's got control of the bridge and he's gone insane.
the generation growing up on TikTok, Twitch, doesn't have these same inputs, these same benefits. Or maybe it isn't being filtered the same way.
His tips alone have probably paid for all the pot you'll ever smoke.
The women I saw had a certain elegance when they spoke.
What kind of vicious, judgmental, name-calling, machete-mouth bitch are you?
The people that live through the online, well, their attention span is also just awful. They need to react right away, or else context will affect their ability to be the loudest, the first. And God forbid there's a woman involved. Here, take this next clip.
And my assistant is an idiot, and I can't fire her because she's like 3 minorities rolled into one.
Maybe it made you uneasy, not for what it is or what it was, but for what it could be turned into. You know what? Let's just give the women the guns, and they'll sort it out. Remember, Guinan was ready to beat up Q. So, citizens of the world, the internet provides freedom, and that freedom comes with risk. Just ask this scientist. They'll tell you that freedom of speech comes with accepting that you don't have the right to avoid hearing things you don't like. What? And that can include every idiot and his brother becoming an expert on women, psychoanalyzing everything, clipping context, adding their own, and shirking responsibility when there's a problem.
Or does she? See, that's a question. I'm asking questions then.
Now, I can understand that sometimes some women confuse you. Heck, they confuse other women.
And you may be asking yourself, is this really an overlong, nitpicky, complainy video complaining about how overlong, nitpicky clickbait film criticism has influenced the actual text in the current trend of live-action Disney remakes?
Well, that was a lot. And I'll admit, when I was younger, I confused famous women all the time. Wait, are we sure about this? That's better. But we're not going back to a time of fewer shows, fewer sources of entertainment. If that were the case, then I would surround all the kids of today with all of these personalities. They had to be more wholesome, less in your face, to hit the largest spectrum of viewers possible. Appealing to a larger crowd of people meant that more people talked about you, generally more positively. People like to be associated with celebrity, with power.
You're Oprah Winfrey.
I am, and that means you must be...
Ashley.
It's nice to meet you.
But if you're a parent of a childish adult today, take solace in the fact that there are people on the TV who might look different, but they're just as lost as you are.
Would you ever consider a collab?
What's a collab?
We often imitate the people we look up to. It's the definition of a role model. Today that pool is much larger and consists of a wider spread of colorful characters and idiots. But we're not going back to a time when our parents were the only guidance our kids had. Humans long to belong. This is sometimes called inclusion safety, that feeling of needing to belong before needing to be heard. It's why some men gravitate towards these grifters who get them.
Troy, this circle is you.
My God, it's like you've known me all my life.
But here's how a man talks to a lady.
Marge, I'm feeling a lot of shame right now.
I'm hearing that you feel a lot of shame.
And I feel that you hear my shame.
Moral of the story, behave, or else you'll be subject to the worst torture imaginable. The tears that drip from my bewildered eyes. Thanks for making it to the end. A bit of a slog, but if I wanted easy, I do movie reviews. Catch you in the next one.